Alright guys, it's James from Centerville CrossFit, here to talk to you about Event 3 for our scaled competitors. The way we're going to start, our athletes are going to start behind the rowers, alright? When our 3-minute time clock starts, we're going to go ahead and take their spot on the rowers, and they're going to be rowing for max cals inside that 3-minute window. Big pulls, big pulls. We'll have 3 minutes to pull for as many calories as possible. Our next movement is going to be a shoulder to overhead, alright? So what we're going to do, we're going to have one athlete working at a time. So Mitch is going to go ahead and get this bar up in a good front rack position. Now he's going to have some options when he's here. Mitch can either A, strict press. We're looking for full extension of the arms. Turn. B, he can push press. Again, looking for full extension of the arms. Now, he can also push jerk. Return to standing. We're looking for full extension of the hips and knees as well as the arms. And his last option, he can split jerk. And then return to a standing position, showing that his hips and knees as well as arms are fully extended. As Mitch gets tired, he then returns the bar to the ground and his partner is allowed to begin doing her reps. She has the same options as Mitch. She can strict press, push jerk, and split jerk. For all of our jerk options, we're looking for full extension of the hips, the knees, as well as the arms. Moving right along. Our third movement in our Event 3 scaled is going to be the sit-up. So let's talk about some standards that we're looking for in this sit-up. Once again, it will be one athlete working at a time. When the athlete goes to the down position, I'm looking for Mitch to go ahead and touch his hands behind his head. As he comes up, he's going to touch his hands in front of his feet. That is going to designate what a good rep is. Mitch is allowed to do as many sit-ups as possible in that 3-minute time span. Once he becomes fatigued and stops moving, his partner is then allowed to begin moving. Heather's going to make sure she touches her hands above her head and below her feet. Feet positioning. We're going to go ahead and ask for you to put your feet in a butterfly position. But if you deviate from that position, we are going to look that you still continue to touch your hands in front of your feet. If you notice, Mitch is broken from the butterfly position, but is continuing to reach beyond his feet and touching the mat. This is what's going to make us get good reps. We always want good reps. All right, we're going to talk about some movement options for Event 3. Last event in Event 3, the pull-up. All right, so what we've got to do is we've got to make sure that chin breaks that vertical plane. Kipping, make special note that Mitch's chin is breaking that plane each rep. All right. We can strict as well. Making note of Mitch's chin, breaking that plane every rep, constituting a good rep. Let's talk about some bad reps, all right? So this is what we need to be very, very mindful of. Butterfly pull-ups are gonna be very, very hard, if not impossible, to make sure that chin breaks that vertical plane. No rep, no rep, no rep, no rep. While Mitch's chin is getting above the bar, it is not breaking that controlled plane that the bar presents. So, what we have to do, we've got strict and we've got kipping pull-ups.
And show some kipping.
Alright? So let's go ahead and show some kipping.
No rep kipping.
No rep kipping. No rep. No rep. No rep. As you can see, Mitch's head and chin are above the bar, but his chin is not passing over, breaking this plane that the bar creates. Those will be no reps, so let's not do those. So now we're gonna talk a little bit about flow for Event 3, all right? What we're gonna do, we're gonna start off. Clock's gonna start, all right? You're gonna have 10 seconds to go ahead and get on your rowers and get into position. When the 3 minutes start, these guys are gonna pull max effort for 3 minutes. Let's go ahead and start that clock and get that countdown. Athletes on. 4, 3, 2, 1, pull. That's how we row. All right, now 10-second transition has begun. Athletes remove themselves from the rower, move on to their next station. These athletes now have 10 seconds to get on their rower and get ready. Let's go. As they begin to row, these athletes begin the second movement, the shoulder to overhead. Now, we are in our 10-second transition period again. The 3-minute clock has expired. These athletes move up to the toes of the bar, the second part of the team makes their way to the shoulder to overhead. And move. Let's imagine for a second that 3-minute clock has expired, 10-second transition has begun. These athletes will move to the muscle up, while the second series go ahead and move to the toes to up. Let's imagine again, that 3-minute clock is gonna go ahead and expire. 10-second transition starts. Our first group is done. Our second group now moves on to the muscle up as our third group follows behind them. So, go ahead. All right, guys. So there it is in a nutshell. Event 3, the Tri-State Throwdown. Can't wait to see it. Got a couple more details for you though. This year, we are not going to be charging for spectators, so we invite everybody to come out and join us for this amazing event. We will be serving coffee in the morning by Cortland Grill, and we will also be transitioning to lunch service in the afternoon. So bring your money, bring your appetite, and let's get ready to throw down.